is I don't like how wavy some of these are, and I noticed that if I just pull my dread a little bit, that it'll straighten it out. So I'm gonna do that because I kind of like the waves. I think I'm gonna do it more at the bottom. I don't like how curly it is at the bottom. I kind of like it, kind of don't like it. Last time when I bought wavy ones, they were like wavy. These are kind of like curly. So I'm gonna do that first, and we can get to talking about how messed up my life has been. So yeah. So I haven't really recorded any video. This time I'm using my camera. The video that you guys saw with me trying new snacks, I recorded on my phone, which my phone has stopped working. So that's why, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or not, but that's why I stopped being really active. My laptop has stopped charging, so I haven't been able to upload videos from my camera, which I have a whole haul from when I lived in my house in Aurora with the black background. Every time you guys saw a black background, I was in my own house in Aurora, which is the town I was living in Illinois. And so now my laptop won't charge. I have to take it to Geek Squad, and I can't upload the videos I have on my camera. I think I'm gonna try to use my mom's laptop and see, but she doesn't have the same editing software as me because she's not into the same stuff as me. So I'm not sure how that's gonna turn out, but I guess we'll see. So my phone stopped working, so I haven't had a phone for a week, and I lost my really well-paying job that I was working at in Aurora. So you guys, I lost my job. I lost my car. I was dating somebody, and they turned out to not be the person I thought they were, so we broke up, so I lost them. I'm back living, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm back living with my parents, and it's been a huge blow to my ego to be 25 and back living with my parents. And my parents live in Indiana in a very, very small town, and it's just like farmland.com here, and like I don't know anybody, and I can't do anything, and I have my older car, but it's in Aurora, and I don't know if it's gonna make it over here because it's like a 2003 Chevy Malibu, and it has almost 200,000 miles on it. So I'm not sure if it's gonna make it. So I finally got a job out here. But the thing about Indiana is it's okay. So I'm gonna go in. I don't know if you guys saw my. Well, first I think I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna put some of these gold and silver, gold and silver hair clips in, because these are like the easiest ones to do before I get into my hoops. So I'm just gonna do that first. So Indiana is in like a minimum wage state. I think it's like pay at will state or whatever. So like there was a temp agency, and I would have been able to work right away, but they were only going to pay me $8 an hour. And mind you, the job that I just lost, I was getting paid $15 an hour, and I was working 40 hours in 4 days, and a lot of times it was overtime. And when I was getting overtime, I was getting paid like $23, $22 an hour. And so that's why I was able to afford a brand new 2019 car, and that's how I was able to afford rent and be able to afford all of the wigs and all the things that you guys saw me do. And I had wonderful benefits, and it was really a blow to my ego when I lost my job. And so out here they're trying to pay you like $8, $8.50. So I finally found a job that pays me more than that, thank God, and it's only like 2 miles from my house. So I ride a bike to work, and I'm saving up to get a car so I can get a second job. I guess the only good thing about out here while I was looking up stuff online is that rent out here is a lot cheaper. Before I was paying, well, the whole house, it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-floor house, and I think it was $1,500, but that was a steal because that house was absolute trash. When I was trying to move by myself and not with the 2 roommates that you guys know about, I think the cheapest I found was like $800, $750, and that's not including any utilities. So you're paying water, heat, electricity, gas, garbage, like sewage, like all of that. So it comes out to be, you know, $900, $1,000 a month with your bills. But out here, and also I was having a hard time finding places that would accept my pets. But out here, like, everybody accepts the pets. The rent's super cheap with utilities included, which is dope. So I'm just like building back up right now. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I spiraled so hard. I struggle, and it runs in my family with depression and anxiety. I was on anxiety medication when I was in high school or like just out of college or something like that. But I just opted not to use that medication, just to deal with it on my own, because I felt like it wasn't that huge of an anxiety problem. I feel like I'm more depressed than anything. When I was in high school, I was in a deep depression. I went through a lot of stuff in high school. You know, I haven't had the most perfect childhood, but it wasn't the worst. I just did a lot of things my way, and the way I was dealing with them wasn't healthy, and so I just stopped. But when you stop having an outlet for these things, it just kind of gets to your head, and if you're not doing something, if you're not putting it into art or writing it in your journal or talking to somebody or working out or meditating or whatever you need to do to liberate yourself, it just becomes hard, and you have everything suppressed, and then past memories or past things that you would do to cope start popping up in your head, or you have thoughts that it's just, it was not a good time for me. So I was just going through a lot, and I'm trying to just rebuild myself now, and I have a new phone coming in the mail, so hopefully I'll be able to record videos on that. And then once I get my phone, I will go to Geek Squad and get my laptop fixed, so hopefully I can get back to a normal schedule. Filming here is a bit iffy for me because I'm a little bit self-conscious of just really talking to a camera, because that's really what I'm doing. And my stepdad works from home a lot of the time, so I'm never really home alone, right? He travels a lot for his work, so right now he's not here. My mom's at work, so I kind of have a couple days to kind of film if I want to. But I'm really never home alone, really. And that's another thing that kind of, sometimes you just want your own space, but I mean, this isn't my house, it's my parents' house, and that's just something that I had to deal with, and I still have to deal with the rules and respecting their place and not being able to do the things that I normally do when I get home or whatever, just based off of what's going on here. And I was really bummed out, and I got my car repoed, and I was at a friend's house of mine in Chicago, so that was embarrassing. I had to get picked up and have a ride home, but thank goodness Chicago isn't as far from Indiana, the part of Indiana that I live in, that Aurora is. So I think I'm just gonna move out here and stay out here because my parents are out here. And they're getting older. They're not like old, but they're getting older, and it's getting to the point where it's like I want to spend time with them. And when I was in Aurora, it was like an hour and a half, 2-hour travel here, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I've been going through a lot. I have been fighting with one of my family members who I'm really, really close with. And here's the theme that I realized this year. People are going to show you who they are, and it's really your choice of whether or not you're going to put up with it or not. And just because they're related to you, that doesn't mean that you have to put up with it. Or just because you've known them for years, or they've been your friend, or they've been your boyfriend, and you're just now seeing, or maybe they're just now picking up habits that you don't agree with, or bad habits. No one's going to change unless they want to change. It's not going to be for you. It's going to be for them if it's something that's actually going to be consistent and stable, and that they're going to stick with it for the rest of their lives. And if somebody shows you who they are, and they have a pattern of showing you who they are, and it's something that you don't agree with, or it's something that affects you in a negative way, it's up to you of whether or not you feel like you can put up with it for a long period of time or the rest of your life or whatever. And the excuse that they're blood is not plausible, at least in my opinion. Everybody says, oh, they're your family, you have to put up with it, but you don't. I have a lot of family members that I don't talk to, because there has to be more than us just sharing some DNA that makes me feel like I have to put up with things that I shouldn't have to put up with. I don't have a lot of friends because of that, because I don't put up with the BS. I don't put up with the phoniness. I don't put up with the talking behind people's back. I don't put up with the cattiness. I don't. And if I see that, I just don't talk to you anymore, and it is what it is. And I'd rather have just myself and my animals and have a stable mind and be calm and not have drama or high blood pressure or premature wrinkling because of somebody else. So I don't really have a lot of friends. I think I have like 2.5 friends. But yeah, so a lot of things have been happening. I like my job. I'm back to, that's another thing too, is that I really liked the job that I lost. So I like the people I was with and everything like that. So now I'm working for a really small company. I think there's only like 6 of us. And, but it's a lot more freeing. You know, I have a hard time finding places that accept me for my piercings and for me having different hair colors. And when you find a place like that, it's chill and you don't have to deal with, you know, customers or anything like that. I'm not a customer service type of person. I never was. It's cool. It's cool, and I have no complaints except for maybe the pay. I wish I got paid a little bit more, but compared to it where everywhere else is paying right now out here, you know, it's decent. But I'm just now getting to the point of back into a positive mindset and back into being optimistic about the future and back into creating goals or trying to accomplish goals that I had set before all of this happened. But when I lost my job, it was nearing the time of my lease being up, and I was going to move on my own, and I couldn't anymore because I couldn't afford it because I lost my job. And then I was going to move in with somebody else who was that family member that I told you guys about, the relative. But they have proven to me time and time again that it's just, I don't want to get too much into it. Because, you know, family is a sensitive topic, and I'm sure we're not always going to be like this. But I feel like a lot of people can rely on me, or family members can rely on me. And a lot of times I feel like when I have no choice, I don't really like to rely on people. I'm not somebody who asks you for a lot of things. I'm more of somebody that you ask for favors and I'm doing favors for people. That's more of the person that I am. So when I have no choice but to rely on you, and you just push me further down the hole that I'm trying to climb out of, I just can't respect that. And I can't be the same person that I was, which is the reliable, stable person for that person if I'm not getting it in return. And it's been proven time and time. It's a pattern. And I have a saying that goes, it is what it is. I joked and said I was going to get it tattooed inside my lip, but actually I think I'm going to get it tattooed on my finger. Because it's something that I say a lot. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And it's up to you whether or not you want to put up with it, whether you want to try to change it or not. And people are who they are. And just like I am who I am. And if somebody comes up to me and tells me, hey, I don't like the way your eyebrows are, I want you to change your eyebrows, and so that way when I hang out with you, I'm not so distracted by them, I'm not gonna do that. And that's fine. Nobody has to change for anybody. But you have to decide what's best for you and who you can be around and what you can put up with. And I dropped a lot of people this year. I've dropped a lot of people. There was a guy that I was seeing off and on, and he would tell me, oh, I love you and I'm here for you, and he was never there for me when the going got tough. And I dropped him. You know, I was dating somebody who I've been off and on with for 7 years, and I decided that we were going to be off. And this time that when we're going to be off, we're just going to be off for good. I'm not going to keep going back to that because I saw patterns and I saw things further. I'm going to go into the gold ones now. And I saw just, you know, patterns and habits that I don't want in my future. And some people aren't going to have the same goals as you when you're dating, and you're going to realize that. And sometimes it's really, really hard to just say enough is enough and I'm not going to be with you anymore. And it's super hard, especially when you have years of history, especially when children are involved. And you get involved in the children's life. You know, it's really, really hard, but I had to do it, and I did do it, and I'm a lot better now than I was when it initially happened. But it's still hard. I still have memories, and I still think about them sometimes. But I'm not gonna contact them, and I'm standing by that choice, and I feel a lot better about that choice. So that's what's been going on with me. I'm sorry if I've been rambling and I've been I've just been going from topic to topic, but that's what's going on. What else is happening? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I got a new tattoo. I don't know if I showed you guys yet or not, but it's new to you guys. It's not new to me. It's right here on my shoulder. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. There it is. I'm going to do a tattoo video soon, but I want to have 10 tattoos when I do it. Right now I have 9. I'm planning on getting another tattoo on my shoulder blade, or maybe when I get the finger tattoo, because that one would be less expensive because it's just on my finger. Maybe I'll do it. But it just says EST 1994 because that was the year I was born, and it sometimes I get tattoos on a whim, and that was a tattoo that I got on a whim. I saw a photo, because the tattoo I want to get right here is going to be my zodiac sign tattoo. I'm just having a hard time finding a cartoonist to draw it out, because I do want it to be like a cartoon type of level. So yeah, but I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, so I saw a tattoo and somebody had it in like a typed out font, like New Times New Roman or whatever. And it said EST period 1994, and I went to this guy, and it's a little bit bigger than what I wanted, and some people think that the 4 looks like a 9, so I might get one of the lines fixed a little bit straighter on the 4, so at least it looks like a 4, because I didn't want a closed 4. But he does Old English. That was what his specialty was, so we got in Old English, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to you know, comprehend sometimes with Old English, which isn't his fault. It's not, you know, the tattooer's fault. That's just what Old English looks like. I feel like he did a great job, but I just wanted to get it touched up and get that line fixed. So I got that tattoo on a whim. A lot of my tattoos I got on a whim. I think my foot, did I get my foot tattoo on a whim? No, I didn't. But when I have tattoos in both my ears. I got the other ear on a whim just because I wanted to. So I have 9 tattoos in case either of you were wondering. But normally when I go to a shop, I get like more than 1 tattoo. Before I got this one done, I went and got my ear touched up, my finger touched up, and then also got my foot tattoo done. All in one sitting. People call me crazy, but I am who I am. So yeah, I'm also thinking about getting more piercings. I was thinking about maybe one, either double on this side of nose rings or another one on that side. I'm debating if I want to get another lip ring or not, or a lip ring up here. A lot of people I notice aren't getting lip rings anymore. I've had my lip ring for about 10 years. It's the first piercing I've ever gotten on my face. And a lot of times you guys will see me in videos or in photos without it because I take it off for interviews or sometimes for a job, depending on whatever job it was. And I can leave it out for like a week without it closing because I've had it for 10 years. So that's pretty dope. I'm over here putting all the gold over here, and I haven't put like 1 gold on the other side yet. Here we go. But yeah, I'm thinking about just changing my lifestyle around. You know, I ride a bike to work. The only thing about here that I love, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but when I was in college, I majored in animal science. I love animals. I have 4 animals of my own. I used to volunteer at an animal shelter. I just love animals. I feel like they're misunderstood and they can't talk for themselves, and somebody has to stick up for them. Somebody has to talk to them. I'm really against, you know, people getting animals and not taking care of them the way that they're supposed to, just out of sheer ignorance or whatever. Which is why I like how I take care of I know my rabbits aren't taken care of like extravagant lifestyle, but they have a lot more than what they had before I got them. Trust that. But yeah, so there's a lot of animals out here. Like literally a block from us there's like a farm with like cows and horses. I was riding the bike trail the other day, which is beautiful. Beautiful bike trail. Trees on both sides. Nature for days. Rabbits are running around. Birds are running around. And I was 3 feet away from a deer. From a deer. It was right there on the bike trail. Oh my god. I was so close to the deer. It was crazy. It was so crazy. I was just like, whoa. Like it was ridiculous. I had never seen a deer that close before. And I just felt it just like made my day. Like I was happy for the rest of the day. So it's pretty dope out here in that kind of sense. But is this a place where I want to live for the rest of my life? Probably not. People here are very, very strange in my opinion. No offense if you're like a country person, but I mean, nobody out here has like just one kid. They have to have a pack of children with their overalls, and they're buying their jeans from Menards. There's not even a mall in my town. I'd have to travel like 45 minutes to an hour away, and that mall is trash compared to like the Fox Valley Mall, which is the mall that I would always go to, or the Chicago Ridge Mall, which is the one I would go to when I was in Chicago. So needless to say that while I'm out here, I'm going to be doing a lot of online shopping. The Black community here is scarce. I am the only Black person at my job, and I'm half Black, so there's not even a full Black person. There's not even a full Black person where I'm at. And I kind of check. I made a joke because my stepdad is Black, so I made a joke, and I was like, when they bought this house a couple years ago, I was like, just make sure there's at least one Black person on the block in case a purge happens or something. You guys can kind of unite because we don't know. We're just not sure, and you can't be. And it's kind of sad, especially with everything going on right now. It's kind of scary to be somebody who's not white in a predominantly white area. And my mom doesn't understand. She doesn't get it, and she gets a little sensitive. But you know, that's not her fault. My mom is white, in case you guys didn't know. And that's not her fault, and I don't hold it against her. You know, she is who she is, just like I will always say that. And that's something that I really learned this year. That was a revelation for me. That was something that really opened my eyes. And I told you I had been off and on with this person that I just broke up with for years. And you know, I was always like, they're different, and they're gonna change, and we're gonna grow together, and we're gonna learn together, but you just have to let it go. You have to let it go, and you have to accept it. And once you do, oh my God, I felt so much better. It's so much better, and I still feel good. I don't think I'm going to put those what's it called, these things in here, because these like little hoops, because they like annoy me. I think I'm just going to stop here. I might add some more. What's that? I might add some more stuff, but my video is like almost 30 minutes long, and I don't feel like editing it because I'm like talking the whole time. But I'm aware that my roots don't match. I don't need you to tell me. I'm well aware. They didn't have the blue black ones. I looked online. We went to 3 different beauty supply stores. Nobody had it, so I had to do what I do, which is fine, because normally at work, because normally at work I wear a bandana, and I have to put a hat on for what I do anyways. So I mean, it's fine by me. So as you can see, I straightened the ends out a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're a little bit straighter. Some of them are anyways, and I think that makes it look a little bit better in my opinion. I feel like this hair could be cute though. I have never had this wavy hair. It's allegedly 20 inches, but this is like some 26. You know what? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Let's just measure it. I have, in case you guys are wondering, I have 88 faux locks in my hair. I bought 4 packs of 20. There was 24 in each pack, and I have 10 left over. So I'm pretty sure that's 88. Let's measure it. It says it's 20 inches. So even with it not stretched, it's 23 inches. And if I were to stretch it, it goes to 29. So I was right. It falls about how a 30-inch would fall. But
I'm not sure.
Alexa's listening to us. But like, it literally says right here 20 inches.
I'm listening.
Stop listening. . Okay, anyways, that's creepy. The only thing about this house is there's like a lot of electronic things that I'm not used to, and it's like, it's a bit much. But anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully I'll be able to get it up soon. I have recorded reviews for the wigs, and I have some tea for you guys regarding one of them. Just wait. But I recorded them on my phone and my phone stopped working, so I might have to re-record them, and obviously I'm gonna wait till I take these out, so it might be another month. We'll see. Maybe I'll just talk to you guys and show you and like insert a picture of them or whatever. I'm not sure, but stay subscribed to my channel because I do have some fun stuff happening. I had a giveaway, but like only 2 people entered, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it open for a couple more weeks or just give it to one of those 2 people. But I do have more giveaways planned. The goal is to get to 400 subscribers before the year is up. I don't know if we're gonna reach that goal or not, because right now I'm at 340. It's been a real slow climb this year. So I'm hoping the giveaways will kind of, you know, influence some of you guys to subscribe, but we'll see. And give it a thumbs up if you like this. This is like the 3rd video that I've made where I decorate my hair and talk shit. So I'll probably insert a playlist if you guys like it. I think one of them is faux locks and the other one is my pastel rainbow box braids that I did. It's essentially like a get ready with me type of feel where I'm, well, you know, you've watched the whole video, where I'm just talking shit and decorating my hair. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.